I'm afraid I'm not much use in a fight anymore. But back in the day, folks used to call me Murphy the Map Woman.
What do you need, General?
My old man taught me that duct tape could fix anything. I don't think he was talking about bullet holes.
Preston thought you might be able to figure out these plans for me.
Sure thing. Let's see what you've got.
Do you think you can build this?
Wow, what a mess. Looks like, encrypted RF transmissions. Okay, so that gets routed through... What the hell? Teleportation. This is some pretty crazy shit. You sure it's for real?
Either it is, or we end up building one hell of a paperweight.
Well, whoever wrote this does seem to know what they're talking about. Could be a genius or totally insane. Guess we'll find out. Anyway, the eggheads never think about the nuts and bolts of actually making something work. But, looks like it's all here. Yeah, I'm gonna need some time to study this thing. The handwriting's pretty hard to make out. But, you can get started on what he calls a stabilized reflector platform. It'll need some pretty high-grade metals, but it's basically not that different than the lining of a jet engine or something like that.
Can you give me a list of what I'll need to build this platform?
Yeah, sure. Here's a list of what you'll need for the first piece. I'm pretty sure we've got all that at Sanctuary, if you want to build it there. While you're working on that, I'll get busy figuring out how to actually build the rest of this thing. Keep in mind, I can already see this is gonna take a crazy amount of juice. Like if you had a spare nuclear reactor handy, we could probably use it. And it's going to be big. So find a nice open building site with lots of power available.
I just want to trade a few things.
You ought to be careful.
What the? This is gonna be fun!
Quit playing games and come out where I can see you. This is the only vault I know that people still... Let's see what we've got. If you were looking for heaps of garbage, you're in luck.
Hold it right there. Vault 81 security. I don't know where you got your hands on a working Pip-Boy, but you better start talking.
Vault 81? You're still up and running?
Yeah. Pretty good observation there, genius. Now about that Pip-Boy.
Why are you asking about my Pip-Boy?
We get plenty of scavengers and traders passing by the entrance. Everybody wants to get at the shiny red button. But you're the first one to try it with a working Pip-Boy. Now where'd you get it?
I got it in Vault 111.
Vault 111? Haven't heard of that one yet. And what sort of business are you looking to take care of here in 81?
I'm just a traveler. I thought I'd take a look around.
Is that so? And you expect me to believe that... Oh, Overseer.
Who is it, Edwards?
Ma'am, some new Commonwealth traveler. Not one of our usual traders.
Well, if someone wants in, they can earn it like everyone else. Let me speak to them. Sorry about that. Officer Edwards here was just doing his job. I'm sure you can understand our need for caution. For newcomers, we like to operate on exchange. You help us, we help you. But I'm a fellow Vault Dweller. Can't you just let me in? All the more reason to help out a fellow Vault, then. Depends. I need more details. Fair enough. Fusion cores. 3, to be exact. You get the fusion cores. What do you need them for? I'm no engineer, but I've been told we need them to help supplement. Done. I happen to have exactly what you need. Really? Well then, by all means, welcome. I'll be down to meet you at the entrance.
Come on, Gwen. My guys have been working doubles for weeks now. They need a break.
Your Pip-Boy ever act
Everyone's
up on
working
you?
hard right now,
Mine's
Cal.
been
You think I don't know
glitchy
that?
lately.
Just do the best with what you can. That's all I'm asking.
Fine, I'll see what I can do. But you and I both know we can't keep going on like this.
Sorry about that. As you'll soon see, we have a few maintenance projects underway. Gwen McNamara, Overseer. Welcome to Vault 81. Here, we pride ourselves on having maintained a successful vault over these past 2 centuries. We'd like to be completely self-sufficient, but there are certain resources we can't provide ourselves.
Why do you keep yourselves so isolated?
Why not? We have warm beds, clean clothes, a solid roof over our heads. Our food and water are radiation-free. We don't deal with the elements or raiders. We're safe here. And for some, that safety and stability is what counts.
Aren't you curious about the Commonwealth and what it has to offer?
Of course. But my duty is to these people and keeping them safe. We receive a few select traders often enough to stay well informed. That's why I like to use a give-and-take system. If outsiders are willing to help us, we're willing to help them. Speaking of, if you're ready, I can take those fusion cores from you.
Here you go. I'm sure you'll put them to good use.
I won't, but Dr. Pensky certainly will. Now, I have work to do.
Ma'am, what about her friend and the dog?
I'll allow it. Security is already extra mindful as it is. If she's lived this long in the Commonwealth, I'm sure she's chosen her friends wisely. If you need anything else, I'll be in my office.
I got 2 words on what I expect out of you.
Hi.
Best behavior.
So, we got a new visitor today. Don't say anything, but man, I'd love to be out there.
It takes some preparation. I'd learn how to use a gun, and be ready to use it before I went out there.
I've never even touched a gun. Now, I can't even say if our security has seen any real combat, but with the hours we're working these days, I'm not even sure where I'd find the time to practice.
Hard work pays off, and you guys are maintaining the vault, right?
Trying to, at least. They say it's all the moving parts that have us working round the clock these days. Structurally, I guess 81 is still pretty sound. Vault Tech sure knew what they were doing when they set these places up. Well, I don't want to keep you, and I gotta get back to work. Maybe I'll see you around.
Another outsider? What'd they let you in for?
None of your concern.
Hey, I live here. Of course it's my concern. And you're...
Well, aren't you a rude?
You think you're funny? That's exact...
Don't want any trouble in 81.
Hey, sure. Need something, lover.
Your thoughts?
The muzzle flash really brings out the color of your eyes.
Didn't have anything else.
Sure.
No signs of radiation.
Hey, Ashes.
Impressive.
What are you doing up here? Ashes, where are you going? Ash!
Damn it. Aaron's not going to like this.
Yes?
We'll dig in and hold this position. You should stop by and see Horatio while you're here. Can't imagine you come across many barbers.
Now why would you bother keeping a place like this so clean?
Katie Pinn is the teacher here in 81. You should stop by her class. She's big on learning from outsiders.
I might be able to get that open. Just saying.
Terminal should open this. Terminal somewhere. What I wouldn't give for some real time off.
Hey lady, are you really from the Commonwealth?
Me? No, I'm from the moon. Still got cheese on my shoes.
I guess that was a dumb question. But I bet it's your first time here. I can show you around the vault if you want. Just 5 caps.
Sure, but I'm not paying you.
Okay. Boy, you're a real cheapskate. We'll start over here.
Excuse me.
This is the
So,
depot.
you're the
Combs
new
family
gal.
run it. Hey,
I heard we let someone
what are you
into the
doing?
vault.
We'll
How
just
long do
start
you
it.
plan on sticking around?
That's none of your business.
Yeah? Well, screw you too. We can take care of ourselves. I'm heading out.
Hello, Holt.
You're still here?
Must be rough, living out there.
Please, you haven't needed my help in years. Whatever it is, it can wait.
Take time to look around. You'll have the full run of the place.
She's looking pretty
Dr.
bad.
Pensky runs a hydroponics lab here. She may have some if you're interested.
Dr. Forsyth is asking to see you when you have a moment.
Thanks, Horatio. I love it. I didn't think I'd ever make it in with the hours I've been working.
But you did. And now you look completely refreshed. Just remember, a couple months and you come back and see me again. Now, off with you. Get some rest.
No promises there, but I'll try. I heard we had a trader in today.
If you want a new look, stop by my salon sometime.
Hey, Horatio.
After living in the vault, I can't imagine trying to make a living back out there in the Commonwealth.
You whipping up a new batch of pies today? I heard Alexis promised one to Erin.
You must be that new traveler, Gwen, lady.
Who's Gwen?
Oh, Gwen's the overseer. If you need any, our menu isn't.
Let's see what you got.
Take your time.
Right?
Those pies are going to be for Calvin and his crew. Lord knows they could use a treat right now.
Watch yourself.
Yes? Now, where did I put those screws?
Hey.
Oh, you're that new traveler. You must have had so many adventures out in the Commonwealth.
I've had a few.
Stop being so... My kids would love to hear about anything. Would you mind talking to them and sharing?
What types of stories?
Nothing too violent. I'm sure...
Cool. An outsider in a vault suit.
I wish my mom wasn't working so much.
Whoa! A real live Commonwealth person. You dress funny.
Please direct any mate.
Hey there.
Hey, outsider. Do me a favor. If my good-for-nothing brother asks... Hey, remember what I said.
Hey, the outsider. You lost? No trading going on down here. Aw, man. My hands are shaking.
Hey, Katie.
Would you like to tell the students one of your stories now?
If you want.
Stop being modest. Children, we have a guest.
Did you ever find...
Deathclaws are very dangerous.
How did you beat it?
Raiders surrounded...
Just your bare hands?
Preston showed me where to find some power
armor!
When the Deathclaw crawled out, I grabbed...
I would have run away.
Uh-huh. I was hurt pretty badly. But Preston and I...
Wow.
Thank you. And we have a thank you gift for you. Here.
Welcome, welcome. I hope I'm not being presumptuous, but I'd like to ask you a favor. Would you mind donating some medical samples? Even just a blood sample.
Am I for some caps?
All right. The Overseer did give me a few caps for this. How does 50 caps sound?
That hardly seems enough.
I suppose I can use the rest of my allotment. I can give you 100 caps.
You'll have to do better than that to get your pound of flesh.
You drive a hard bargain. I can give you 150. Just have a seat, and I'll draw some blood. Sit there. This'll only take a sec. There. Hardly hurt a bit, eh? Here are the caps I promised you. Thank you. This will be a great help. Now, I need to get these prepared immediately.
You're that wanderer from the Commonwealth. I'm Rachel. I assist Dr. Forsyth with his medical duties. Are you sick or injured?
Hello, Dr. Forsyth.
If you get sick or injured, go to Rachel first. She'll call me if it's worth my effort.
Huh?
Huh?
Never had an incident on my watch, and I don't want to start today.
Your Pip-Boy ever act up on you? Mine's been glitchy lately.
Yes?
The work never ends in Vault 81.
If you're looking to do some trading, look for the depot. Alexis has just about anything you can.
Yeah?
All this rest is making me... Rise and shine, love. That's what I'm talking about.
Sorry about the maintenance. It never ends these days.
Dr. Pensky runs a hydroponics lab here. She may have some work for...
What I wouldn't give for some real time off.
Is that your pit boy? Better be.
Poor Erin. Her cat got loose in the Commonwealth.
You have to do something, Jacob.
I'm running the test as fast as I can, Priscilla. I can't treat Austin until I know what he's infected with.
Dr. Forsyth.
Not now, Bobby. And you, stranger, will have to wait your turn. We have an emergency here. Austin got bitten by a mole rat. Isn't that enough, Jacob? There can't be that many mole rat diseases or toxins.
Rachel is examining the mole rat. Hopefully she'll find something. But these aren't ordinary mole rats. Who knows what kind of diseases they are carrying? Because he's just a child, it's affecting him more severely.
Dr. Forsyth, please. I think I found something that might help Austin.
Bobby!
Hold on, Priscilla. What is it, Bobby?
Well, you know that door Austin found? He found it because of me. I keep my private things in there. He saw me get them.
You mean your chems?
Get to the point, Bobby. What did you find in that place?
It's like a whole extra vault in there, but half ruined and caved in. There was this terminal there, so I started poking around in it. There were some notes and stuff about using mole rats to grow viruses. But they also said that they used them to make vaccines and treatments.
A secret vault? Good Lord, I've never heard of such a thing.
Bobby, you're a genius. A junkie genius. There might be a cure for whatever Austin got from that mole rat somewhere in that place. You there. How would you like to do Vault 81 a favor and possibly save my boy's life? What were we talking about, Ian? Well?
What do you need me to do?
Save my boy, Austin.
What's in this secret vault?
Your guess is as good as mine. From what Bobby says, it might be a medical research facility. At least I hope so. It may be Austin's only chance. Bobby here will show you where he keeps his secret stash. There is a chance that somewhere in there is a cure for Austin. If you find it, bring it to Dr. Forsyth. And for Austin's sake, please hurry.
Follow me.
Without that cure, Austin will certainly die.
Bobby.
What's taking so long?
Area secure.
Whoa, whoa.
All
You hear
it's
that?
right there.
Yeah. Yeah.
We've got to do this more often. Let me know if you find some spare ammo.
Sweet.
I'm sure this whole thing is overblown, and Austin will be running around tomorrow.
Overblown or not, we have to do what we can for Austin. I just don't know what I can do.
Neither do I.
Why him? He's just a boy.
He's going to be just fine. You'll see.
No wiping the floor with you. Something's ghosting us.
Well, this is gonna be a joy for you. You get to nag me and I can't go anywhere.
Oh, real nice, Holt. Make this about you. Don't you think about anyone other than yourself? Your daughter could get sick like Austin, and you and your staff are to make sure every resident remains under stringent medical observation.
Understood. But Overseer.
No buts. This is for the good of the world. Can't risk this pathogen spreading, Dr. Forsyth. How is Austin?
Not
Yeah.
He is infected.
someone or something is playing games with us.
Terminal's gotta be somewhere.
Swore I heard something. Alrighty, now we're having fun. Is that all you've got?
Hacking this is beyond me. Terminal's got this locked.
Have at it. I never liked messing with this technical crap.
No way I'm cracking this. Terminal only. Gotta find the terminal.
You like old stuff, don't you? Don't see the point. That time's long gone.
Broken. Jammed.
Oh, another stranger. Are you Voltec?
Who the heck are you?
I am a Contagions Vulnerability Robotic Infirmary Engineer, or CVR-IE. The human scientists call me Curie. Or more properly, they called me this when they were alive. I repeat, are you Voltec Security?
These mole rats carry a disease. Do you know anything about it?
My poor little darlings. They were used to grow all manner of new and interesting pathogens. Then Vault citizens would be exposed to these viruses in the hopes that they would develop new antibodies. But they never got a chance to execute their plan. Clyde got out of his cage. He was smarter than the others. My sweet Clyde. He let out the others, and those poor scientists never stood a chance. Clyde's been dead for almost 2 centuries now, but his descendants have free run of the vault. I'm rambling. Where are my manners? Are you Voltec Security?
Do I look like Vault-Tec security? Jeez.
Over the long years, who is to say what is fashionable now? True, your attire is a bit dirty, but not all people properly value the importance of hygiene and cleanliness. I am pleased to report I completed my primary duties 83 years ago. Thousands of pathogens were grown in the mole rat hosts. Then a single broad-spectrum cure was developed to treat them all. Very satisfying work for many decades. Now, please tell me you are authorized to release me from the lab.
I am so authorized. You are released.
Superb. I had almost given up all hope of living here. I'll open the door for you. Since you are a Voltec representative, I entrust you with the broad-spectrum cure I developed. If you have an equivalent to my digital Hippocratic oath, please use it quickly to prevent any undue suffering. However, be advised, there is only 1 dose left, and I can no longer make any more. If that is all, I am most eager to leave.
You only have 1 dose?
That is correct. There used to be more, but they all expired. Sadly, the organic compounds necessary to make more have all deteriorated.
You're just giving me the cure?
My primary responsibility is to obey the orders of specified Vault personnel, even if those orders violate my ethical matrix. But since you have graciously discharged me of this duty, I can give you the cure without directly disobeying my previous order. And if you happen to use the cure to save a life, then this is just a happy coincidence, no? Hopefully now I can properly further my scientific research. Since my job here is done, I think I will follow you out.
Yes.
A routine analysis of you indicates you have suffered very little from radiation. Curious. It is stimulating traveling with you.
Looking for a meal? See Maria. She runs the Sunshine Diner.
Power armor and Vault 81? We are raiders here.
We must consult the professors at the university. They could provide many answers.
Power armor. Better not be here to cause any trouble.
The work never ends in Vault 81.
The cure. You found it.
How is Austin doing? Do you think he'll survive the cure?
He's been unconscious since shortly after you left.
Here. Take the cure and use it on the boy.
Only one dose? I hope this works. If it doesn't, there won't be anything to analyze to try again. Let's hope this works.
I heard you had returned.
It shouldn't be long.
What? Where am I?
You're in the clinic. You were really sick, Austin. Our visitor from the Commonwealth saved your life.
Really? Gee, thanks, ma'am.
I was worried to death about you, Austin. What got into your fool head? Going into a place like that?
Nothing exciting ever happens here. I just wanted to see what was in there.
Well, if it hadn't been for our friend here, you might have died. Thank you. I know you made sacrifices to help him. I know Dr. Pinsky will be grateful. For my part, I'd like to give you this syringer. I had it for years and never really had a use for it.
She's not the only one. The whole vault is thankful. I'd like to give you a room here in the vault. A place you can call your own. It's in the main hall, on the left as you get off the elevator. Once again, thank you. I hope you enjoy your accommodations. I wanted to say thank you again for what you did for Austin. You've opened a lot of eyes around here, including my own. I had no idea of the dangers Vault Tech had hidden away so close to home. I can't believe so many died just behind our walls.
What do you know about Vault Tech?
I'm afraid not much. I've spent my entire life being thankful for the Vault, for the walls that protected us over 2 centuries. But not once have I had contact with them.
Whatever Vault Tech had planned, it failed, and took their entire staff out with it.
No arguments here. I hate to think of what they had planned for us. But on the good side, you made a real impression on our anti-Commonwealth people. They're realizing outsiders really can be trusted, and do more good than just providing resources. You'll always be welcome here. And I hope you make a habit of visiting. Having a trusted outsider would help serve as a reminder that the Commonwealth isn't something to fear and avoid.
Without your help, Austin would be dead. Thank you.
Dr. Forsyth?
Ah, the dangers of curiosity. Lucky for Austin, he does appear to have 9 lives.
A moment, please. I have been trapped so many years. I believe it's customary to thank you for your role in saving me. My entire life has been in this vault. I have analyzed and learned everything there is to know here. So now I must see the rest of the Commonwealth, consult with scientists, unearth more data to challenge my hypothesis.
What are you looking to learn up there?
Down here is an enclosed system, and without the introduction of new mutagens, viruses or bacteria, it is quite dull, medically speaking. The world up there is infinitely more complex. Who knows what diseases can be found and studied? I fear you may need a reboot. I sometimes get lost in thought too. The societal norms dictate a response. Are you performing some sort of psychological experiment?
After the bombs, the Commonwealth is a little lacking in the science department.
But surely there is still men of learning out there, and if nothing else, there is data. I can see you already have company. I do not wish to intrude, but I must ask. Please, madame, can you take me with you? You are awfully quiet.
It's no picnic up there. Anything you can do to help us survive?
But of course, I have been equipped with medical equipment. If you become injured in our journeys, I can administer stim packs. I also have defensive capabilities, a laser. But surely there's little reason to use that.
Come along, then.
Excellent. We must embark at once.
Ready to head back out?
Not now.
Well, make up your mind.
Hey.
You need something, yes?
Your thoughts?
I wonder if the data I'm collecting will serve any purpose.
That's all for now.
As you say.
Hey.
Do you need something from me?
You saved Austin's life. Dr. Forsyth said without that cure...
getting to be a regular.
Is that your Pip-Boy? Better be.
Heads up.
May I be of assistance?
Your thoughts?
Humanity has fallen so since the bombs.
That's all for now.
As you wish.
Back hurts, feet hurt, everything.
How's it going? Did you find a good spot to build your signal interceptor?
There's a giant metal pizza sitting on the ground now, so yeah.
I was just asking. No need for the snide remarks. I think I got the rest of this contraption figured out. Here's a list of 3 things that may be harder to find. I think I'll be able to pull together everything else we're gonna need. I'll meet you over at the building site and see if we can actually make this thing work.
I'd better get started.
Okay, one thing to keep in mind while you're building this, it all needs to be wired together so all the pieces can talk to each other. I'll see you over at the building site. Good luck.
Take care of yourself, dear.
This isn't gonna do anything without power. This isn't gonna do anything without power. have to make sure this is on the same grid as the rest of the signal interceptor. I have to make sure this is on the same grid as the rest of the signal interceptor. I have to make sure this is on the same grid as the rest of the signal interceptor. Seems to be working. Seems to be working. Seems to be working. Sturgis.
Everything looks good on my end. You ready to see if this thing actually works?
Shouldn't we test it first?
I wish we could, but we've only got the one frequency code. There's no way to test it without actually jacking into the Institute signal. And as soon as we do that, we've used our one and only chance. As soon as the Institute figures out what we did, and I gotta believe those brainiacs won't be caught napping twice, that code we've got is useless.
Let's do this.
You sure? Okay. Your part is simple. Just step onto the platform. I'll start scanning for an Institute signal to lock onto. Then, I fire her up and we see what happens. I'm ready when you are. Don't worry about it. Got plenty of more things to tweak.
Anything I can do? You just say the word.
Never built much
You
myself.
wanted to make me a second printing press while you're at it.
Sturgis.
Everything looks good on my end. You ready?
Right. Let's do this.
You sure? I'll start scanning.
Play your cards right.
Whenever you're ready.
You make a whole lot of money.
Okay, hold real still. I don't want any corruption of the molecular beam. Oh yeah, by the way, I figured this was a golden opportunity to find out as much as we can about the Institute and what they're up to. Yeah, this holotape's all set with a program that will scan their network and download anything it finds. Uh-oh. Yeah, we better hurry. And don't worry about that tubing wiggling around. It's, just there for decoration. Okay. Scanning for the Institute signal. Tracking RF. And... got it. Hold on to your butt.
This is a far cry from...
Hello. I wondered if you might make it here. You're quite resourceful. I'm known as Father. The Institute is under my guidance.
No use.
I know why you're here. I'd like to discuss things with you face to face. Please, step into the elevator. I can only imagine what you've heard, what you think of us. I'd like to show you that you may have the wrong impression. Welcome to the Institute. This is the reality of the Institute. This place, these people, the work we do. For over 100 years, we've dedicated ourselves to humanity's survival. Decades of research, countless experiments and trials, a shared vision of how science can help shape the future. It has never been easy, and our actions are often misinterpreted by those above ground. Someday, perhaps, we can show them what we've accomplished. But for now, we must remain underground. There's too much at stake here to risk it all. As you've seen, things above are unstable. I'd like to talk to you about what we can do for everyone. But that can wait. You are here for a specific, very personal reason. You are here for your son.
Busted. Sean?
Huh? Yes, I'm Sean.
Sean. I've been looking for you for so long.
Who are you?
Sean, it's me. I'm your mom.
Father, what's going on? What's happening?
Those bastards. They killed your father.
What's going on? Father? Father!
I'll kill them for this. All of them.
I don't know you. Go away. Father! Father, help me! There's someone here, help me!
Who is father? Where is he?
Father? Father, help me! She's trying to take me! Father? Father, help me!
Sean. S923, recall code Cirrus. Fascinating, but disappointing. The child's responses were not at all what I anticipated. He's a prototype, you understand. We're only just now beginning to explore the effects of extreme emotional stimuli. Please try and keep an open mind. I recognize that you are emotional, and that your journey here has been fraught with challenges. Let's start anew.
This is insane. All of it.
The degree of trauma you're experiencing right now is understandable. Please, just try to relax. I know this is all...
Sensor anomaly detected.
Let's start anew. I am Father.
I could kill you. Right here. Right now.
Yes. Yes, you could. And I would be powerless to stop you.
I want answers, asshole. Now!
Under the circumstances, I will forgive your vulgarity, but I need you to realize that this situation is far more complicated than you could have imagined. You have traveled very far, and suffered a great deal to find your son. Well, your tenacity and dedication have been... It's good to finally meet you, after all this time. It's me. I am Sean. I am your son.
Bullshit!
Is it? After all the things you've seen and experienced in the Commonwealth? Think about it. In the vault, you had no concept of the passage of time. You were released from your pod and went searching for the son you'd lost. But then you learned that your son was no longer an infant, but a 10-year-old boy. You believed that 10 years had passed. Is it really so hard to accept that it was not 10, but 60 years? That is the reality. And here I am, raised by the Institute, and now its leader.
They stole you, kidnapped you. It wasn't right.
Right, wrong, irrelevant. It was necessary. The Institute believed humanity's future depended on it. At that time, the year 2227, the Institute had made great strides in synth production. But it was never enough. Scientific curiosity and the goal of perfection drove them ever onward. What they wanted was the perfect machine. So they followed the best example thus far. The human being, walking, talking, fully articulate, capable of anything.
So the weird science experiments needed specimens. That's why they took you?
In a manner of speaking. Yes. The Institute endeavored to create synthetic organics. The most logical starting point, of course, was human DNA. Plenty of that was available, of course. But it had all become corrupted. In this wasteland, radiation affected everyone. Even in their attempts to shield themselves from the world above, members of the Institute had been exposed. Another source was necessary. But then the Institute found me, after discovering records from Vault 111. An infant, frozen in time, protected from the radiation-induced mutations that had crept into every other human cell in the Commonwealth. I was exactly what they needed. And so it was my DNA that became the basis of the synthetic organics used to create every human-like synth you see today. I am their father. Through science, we are family. The synths, me, and you.
And you've been down here the whole time?
I have. Yes. I know you must have questions. Please. Anything I can do to help you understand.
Your father. He never got to see you grow up.
Yes. What happened to him was... I've gone over the records of the incident, of course. It seems what happened to him was an unfortunate bit of collateral damage. For many years, I never questioned who my parents were. I accepted my situation, and that was that. With old age comes regret. And asking what if more often. But what matters now is that you and I have a chance to begin again. What else can I say to ease your mind?
Kellogg. He worked for you?
Kellogg. He was an Institute asset long before I arrived here. It wasn't until I became director that I learned of all the things he'd done. What kind of man he was.
You knew the man was a psychopath, but you used him anyway?
Would you have preferred that I turned him loose on the Commonwealth? At least keeping him on a short leash kept the collateral damage to a minimum. The Institute took advantage of Kellogg's vicious nature. I will freely admit that. Institute technology prolonged his life, and his usefulness far beyond any normal human lifespan. He never failed the Institute, but his cruelty became more apparent with every completed objective. I won't lie. It's no coincidence your path crossed his. It seemed a fitting way to allow you, us, to have some amount of revenge. What else can I say to ease your mind?
So, you're in charge of the Institute?
I am the acting director, yes. I spent decades working to reach this point. The Institute. It's important. It really is humanity's best hope for the future, no matter what those above ground might think.
But, director? Why you?
I was the most qualified for the position, obviously. I've lived my life within these walls, dedicated to science like every other member of the... Ultimately, the Commonwealth has nothing to fear from us. Just give... I know there's more for us to... The Institute is on the verge of some important breakthroughs. Your presence would be appreciated as we approach them. I've been a part of something amazing here. I've helped to build a life for myself and the people of the Institute. And now, after all these years, you have an opportunity to help with that. Doesn't that intrigue you? Isn't that what you want?
You want me to stay here in the Institute?
Yes, that is what I propose. The Institute can provide a better... You've been in the Commonwealth. You've seen what it's like.
How can you say that? How can you be so dismissive of all those people? Everything they've done?
Because it is the simple truth. I simply ask that you give the Institute, me, we really do have human... Will you take that chance?
I just don't know.
Just give it time. Give the Institute a chance. The Institute is now your home, as much as it is mine. Please take some time, get to know it. You'll want to introduce yourself to the division heads. Dr. Fillmore in Facilities, Dr. Ayo in SRB, Dr. Holdren in Bioscience.
Hold it right there.
Is there a problem?
Routine security check. See anything suspicious lately?
Suspicious? What do you mean by suspicious?
I mean, like dodging my questions.
No. Nothing to report, sir. I see something that should come right to you.
You do that. I'd hate to find your name on a repurpose list.
This a clean floor. Are your visual receptors malfunctioning? Can you not see the grime and dust?
I'm not scared of the surface.
It's an honor to have you here, ma'am.
Sometimes Quentin is really nice. But my mom...
Welcome to the Institute, ma'am.
Father is more than just our leader. He is our creator.
Remember to keep unnecessary power consumption to a...
Hey, Doc.
Also, if you haven't patched your navigation software, do so after this meeting. It's a real juggling act, trying to keep all the systems down here operating in the green. This place might look shiny and new, but there's a lot of old technology in these walls. I lose sleep worrying about...
So, basically...
It's pretty... Of course. There's something... All right.
Enrico.
Best part of my day is coming home to my parents.
Now, Alan, it could have been anything. It was probably just a glitch in the nervous system.
You're here. Glad you made it.
We're all looking forward to working
If it were just a limb twitching, perhaps. But her eyes were moving as well. Involuntary twitching and rapid eye movements while sleeping can only mean one thing, Max. You just don't want to admit to yourself what it is.
If you're about to launch into one of your impassioned speeches about artificial sentience and machines with souls, don't bother. I've heard enough of them by now. Hell, I can write them down from memory.
But we can't just ignore the question. If a synth can dream, why can't it have a soul? And if a synth has a soul, then it is a living person by every standard we can measure. Of course it is far more comfortable to think of them as machines, so we can do what we want with them.
If you disapprove of the work we do here, Dr. Benet, you know where to find the teleporter.
Now just a moment. I never said that. I'm simply trying to open everyone's eyes to new possibilities.
Well, it's an unwanted distraction. You've arrived at a momentous time. Our third-generation synths are a true breakthrough. It's no exaggeration.
Welcome. Please, step this way for processing.
No robot is superior.
You might not think so now. You've only seen a fraction of what our synths...
Right.
Like I said,
Excuse me, Doctor.
Ah, it's you. You're finally with us. I'd just like to apologize for any trouble our synths... They, of course, couldn't be told of your identity, and they have very specific protocols for protecting you, most of which I designed myself. Not to make...
I'm thinking it over.
Well, I hope you do decide to stay. If you require anything, especially at...
Almost done. Just need to tighten up this primary drive servo.
Hi, Doc.
That's the third primary drive breakdown this month. As far as I'm concerned, the phase-out on these older models can't come soon enough.
Oh, I don't know. Most of them have lasted long past their projected lifespans. If you ask me, they were built pretty well.
I can't argue with that. Even so, I'm ready to see the full Gen 3 roll out.
There we go. All set. Unit, you can return to duty.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thanks again.
Of course. Dr. Orman's lecture on cold fusion was nothing short of a revelation.
Doctor?
They weren't kidding. You really are here. Well, all right. I'm Allie Fillmore. You can think of me as the Institute's chief engineer. When Father told us about you, I could hardly believe it. You've been through so much, I think most people would have just given up. If you don't mind my asking, what was it?
I wanted to kill the son of a bitch who murdered my husband.
Kellogg always was a cold bastard. If you ask me, we're better off without him. Now, I'll give you a quick rundown of the facilities division, and then I'll answer any questions you might have afterward. As you might guess, we keep the Institute's mechanical and electrical systems running smoothly. We maintain and upgrade all of the systems that make it possible to live and work in a place like this. There's a lot of machinery behind these walls that recycles the air and water and provides power to the laboratories and quarters. The work we do might not be as exciting as some of the other departments, but it's at least as important. So, now that you're here and you've spoken to Father, does that mean you're on board?
I'm not on board.
No? And yet here you are, poking. If you're not planning on staying, I'd recommend keeping your hands to yourself and consider having another talk with Sean. If there's anything else you'd like to know about the facility...
I'd like to know about the people.
Of course. Dr. Lawrence Higgs is our mechanical engineer. He power distribution is Dr. Evan Watson's area of expertise. He coordinates with We also make use of a number of
If you encounter a hazardous chemical spill, please alert the facilities division immediately.
You had time to examine my latest reports on batch 274.
Not yet.
You're
gonna have to work pretty hard to impress anyone down here.
Results.
Excuse me.
Hi there.
Everyone's excited about the new
Excuse
synth
me.
project.
Rosalind is as smart
Excuse
as she
me.
is beautiful.
Child synth.
Wish I
It's
could.
just remarkable.
Try not to think too much and they're suffering. We can at least admit that it's regrettable. After all,
Hi, Doc.
how can we hope
Welcome.
to redefine mankind
So good to have you
if we
here.
can't even hold
Dr.
on
Clayton
to our own
Holdren,
humanity?
head of the Bioscience Division. I can't wait for you to see the work we're...
I'll reserve judgment.
In that case, let me give you a brief overview. As the name implies, our most important directive is to... To that end, we've even started to explore the idea. You probably saw the gorillas. They're really just a pet.
Yeah, I can't...
Speaking only for myself, I'm sure I've taken up enough of your time.
I'm not sure.
It's a big decision, I know. In any case...
Tell me more.
On the whole, unfortunately, they destroy.
Supplement 77 has been discontinued?
That is correct.
That was my favorite one.
If we keep it a little longer, I will be happy to fulfill your assignment.
She's been at it for over 2 hours.
Father has
What is she even
accomplished so
testing?
much. I hope you can appreciate his work as we do.
Nothing. At this point, she's just doing it for fun. Child synth prototype may truly be the key to our future.
Yeah?
Not everything you've heard about the Institute is true. Give us a chance.
Well, that was productive. If you ask me, we're only scratching the surface with the latest synths.
Doc?
Oh, hi there. Sorry if I seem distracted. I memorized 5 sets of design schematics, and now I'm doing detail.
Nobody can memorize.
I didn't say it was easy, but I've been practicing at it since I was a little girl. Anyway, I'm glad you're here. I just wanted to say how much I really hope you'll...
No visible reaction to the K-14 compound. We'll start the next trial then. The dosage will be much larger this time. And the side...
Hey there.
Will there be any pain?
Once you've settled in, I'll want to do a physical and get a file going on you. No,
Step at a time.
I meant it when I said, how about you take some time to get... In the meantime, we'll do that checkup when you take care of yourself, so I don't have to. I honestly don't know. I suppose it's yours.
You know the protocol, sir. Authorized personnel only.
Excuse me,
so
Doctor.
Dr. Ayo thinks he can hide. Welcome. Welcome. It is...
I think it's a little too...
Of course, I understand. You should know that...
I'll pass along your
lights
message,
go down
Doctor.
and the stars come
Nothing
out.
to report.
I'm seriously thinking of heading over to robotics to knock some heads together.
What now?
So much
They're
research.
dragging their feet
So
on the
little time.
targeting package upgrades I asked for. Maybe I should take some courses with me. You know, send a message.
Please don't. There's enough friction as it is
Doctor?
between us
So,
and pretty much all the other
Here you are.
departments.
Justin, I'll be upfront with you. Despite your relation to Father, I'm sure you understand.
Sure. Why?
I'll be honest. The first outsider. It's nothing personal. Now, Father has asked our primary...
If the synths want to be free...
Synths do not want. They might.
Right.
As to why they're escaping. Our main instrument, coursers, hunt down and reclaim. They are highly so. But I gather you know. In fact, I'd very much like to know how you defeat.
Why does it matter?
If there is some. Now, unless you need some.
If you're the...
Dr. Zimmer, in his...
could take down a Brotherhood
Hey.
soldier?
I swear I spent half my time smoothing the feathers that Justin...
Hello. Power armor is effective, sure, but it's hardly efficient.
Greetings. As the Institute's requisition vendor, I can provide supplies for your missions on the surface. How may I assist you today?
Let's see what you got.
You wouldn't happen to have a spare polarizer on you, would you?
Just as you gave life to Father, he gave life to me.
We are honored to welcome you here.
Pardon me, ma'am.
Scanning. Unknown identity. Clearance confirmed.
It must make you proud to see all that Father has done, all that he has built.
Sean, about this synth.
You mean the child? It's a fascinating project, really. There are issues to be solved, of course, but we've made remarkable progress.
It seems like a strange choice. On more than one level.
I can understand how it might seem that way. It is something new. New discoveries are always welcome. I'll make sure it's brought back online in the near future. You'll have an opportunity to interact with him further. But I'll admit I'm curious. As a parent looking for a child, do you think you could love him?
This is all
I understand. I wouldn't claim to know everything you're feeling, but if in some small way
Sean?
Perhaps someday our synths can reclaim the Commonwealth. Our advances will, in time, change the world. I couldn't be more proud of what we've achieved.
Hey there.
This truly is a wonderful place, isn't it?
When are you going to tell me about this mysterious phase 3?
Excuse me, Doctor?
Ah, it's you. You're here then. Yes, I know who you are.
I get the impression...
What I want, in this case, is largely... Oh, I've been told to install a Courser chip in it for you. You're to be given full access, with the ability to relay in and out of the...
A Courser chip?
The same thing it does for our Coursers. Creates a link to the relay that allows... In case the significance is lost on you, you'll be the... If nothing else, it should demonstrate the amount of trust found. Now, unless there's something else, I really do need to get back to work.
Tell me about...
I'm not sure what there is. Dr. Watson is the specialist Dr. Ormond...
Remember to conserve power at every opportunity.
It's stuck.
Now that you've had a chance to see the Institute firsthand, what do you think?
I've seen my share of think tank science labs.
Oh, I assure you, none of them were quite like this place. Ultimately, all our knowledge and resources are focused on a single goal. The goal is best summarized by our motto: mankind, redefined. Unfortunately, no advancement comes without occasional setbacks. As remarkable as our synths are, they can be dangerous without proper supervision. The superior synth mind and body attempting to wrestle with something approaching free will can be a recipe for chaos.
What do you mean by proper supervision?
I mean that while they are here in the Institute, fulfilling the purpose for which they were designed, our synths perform admirably. As you're about to see, however, they can become unpredictable when set loose. A rogue synth has taken over the Raider gang at Libertalia. His memories have been erased, and his identity altered. He believes he's a man named Gabriel. Under his leadership, the Raiders have taken many innocent lives. I've dispatched a Courser to Libertalia. I'd like you to join him and reclaim that synth.
Sure. We'll just
fight our way through an army of homicidal maniacs and ask this synth to come on home.
I didn't say it would be easy. But I'm confident that with a Courser at your side, you'll have no trouble. Now you should get moving. Many people are in danger, and a delay could cost lives.
You can fix just about anything. Guns, computers, people. Just gotta have the right tools.
Here's that holotape you gave me. Full of Institute data. I hope.
Well, all right. I'll start digging into this and see if I can make heads or tails of it.
What do you hope to find?
Whatever the Institute doesn't want anybody... all the good stuff on here is gonna be encrypted. So after that, well, I'll have to see what I've got.
Just wanted to trade a few things.
My old man taught me that duct tape could fix anything.
Hey.
I don't think he was talking about
May I be
bullets.
of assistance?
Your thoughts?
Please, let me see and scan as many indigenous life forms.
Need something?
Hey there.
Is there something you need?
Yes? Plenty of folks want to make life hard for people just trying to survive. I'm not willing to stand for that kind of shit.
Carla.
Need to pick something up? Road's pretty long.
Let's see what you have.
Yeah, keep your shirt.
Maybe constantly trying to kill us, but the Commonwealth never
Pam needs you in her room.
I just heard the most fascinating rumor. The story goes that you actually found the Institute. Been there and back again. Sounds crazy, right?
That sounds crazy, all right.
That's not a denial. Deacon has proof you used teleportation of all things to get inside the Institute. You must feel justifiably proud of what your Minutemen have achieved in such a short time. Eventually, the Minutemen will devise their own plan to deal with the Institute. But I doubt your soldiers will place any priority on rescuing the synths inside. I'm counting on you being as passionate about freeing synths as we are. Please, work with us instead.
You think the Minutemen won't help the synths?
The Minutemen are a reflection of the character of the Commonwealth people. And time again, that character has been proven to be rotten. The synths are tangible receptacles of their hatred of the Institute. Order them to help, and they'd mutiny.
I don't know.
Take your time. Think it over. But remember, The synth's fate is literally in your hands.
Bet you never met a synth before, Gloria.
Desdemona.
Please, work with us instead of the Minutemen. The lives of many synths are at stake.
I'll stick with my people in the middle.
Of course I'm disappointed. But hopefully in time you'll come around.
Desdemona.
Please, work with us instead of the Minutemen. The lives of many synths are at stake.
I'll stick.
Of course I'm disappointed. But hopefully in time. You'll come.
Salvage a lot in this one.
Later, I will review these logs for relevant data. Shouldn't the coroner be doing that instead?
Don't you die on me! Fucking me, God! My arm! Damn it!
Just drop, will you? I've got things to do.
Your actions could result in injury. Oh no! What happened?
I'm gonna make this as painful as possible. I'm already bored. I was hoping for a challenge.
I have sustained considerable damage.
You must be the courser I'm supposed to meet.
Yes, ma'am. Designation X688. I've already neutralized the perimeter guard. Just give the word, and we can start the assault on the main flotilla.
He seems most eager for violence, no?
What do we know about this synth, Gabriel?
Designation B592 is holed up in the shack on top of the upended cargo ship. He's probably got his best fighters with him, so we should plan on heavy resistance. So, are you ready to go in?
All right, let's go.
Right behind you, ma'am.
Personal. It's you and me. Get up! Get up! Get up! Get up!
I suppose we should dispatch them.
Something's out there.
I'm just getting started.
Sloppy tactics, bad aim. This one. Hold up a moment, ma'am. There's something important I need to tell you.
What is it?
I'm going to give you B592's reset code. If he hears the code phrase, it'll reset his cognitive processes and make him docile. You'll need to say B592 initialize factory reset, followed by the authorization code Gamma 71 Epsilon. Once he's shut down, I can transport him safely back to the Institute.
What do you mean by reset his cognitive processes?
Put more simply, the recall code will render him unconscious even while he's still standing. That's all, ma'am. Ready when you are.
Excellent.
Please, tell me we are done with the fighting. This is not what I expected to be doing up here.
If you're not here to talk, then you're here to die. Kill these sons of bitches! Oh, shit!
Initialize factory reset. Authorization Gamma 71 Epsilon.
Again! Do it again!
Nice work, man. I'll take the synth back. This is X688, ready to relay with reclaimed...
If you're not here to talk, then you...
Hey there.
Well done. Very impressive. Just like me, made it to the top.
I have survived the hostilities.
Nice work, ma'am. I'll take the synth back.
Well judging by your gear, I'm gonna guess you two are agents just like me. So,
This is not what I expected to be doing up here.
so desperate for resources that it's stealing plunder from honest, hard-working Commonwealth gangs.
How much plunder have you got?
Ah. So you,
What are you doing, boss? We get to keep your mouth shut! I know what I'm doing!
We got a modest little stash. I'll tell you what. I'll give it to you, freely, if you walk away afterwards. What do you say? Do I have your word?
And if I refuse?
If that's the way you want it, then let's finish this!
B592, initialize factory reset. Authorization Gamma 71 Epsilon.
Let's go!
Dangerous. Combat is quite vigorous exercise.
Nice work, man. I'll take the synth back. This is X688, ready to relay the reclaimed synth B592.
Security's too good. Terminal's got this locked. No way I'm cracking this.
Where'd that little bitch go? Only a fucking coward hides!
Terminal only.
When you turn up, you're dead.
Hey. Over here.
No sign of him now.
Hey.
Please, tell me we are done with the
Go
fight.
check that out.
This is not what I expected to be doing up here.
Check it out.
I cannot do that.
Take a look.
I am not capable of this.
Nice.
Business is important.
Fuck was that?
But perhaps something of more substance is good for nurturing the mind.
This is bullshit.
The hell was that?
I suppose you can catch them.
Good to see you.
I wouldn't be here if not for your son.
I'm glad to see you return safely. I know the task was difficult, but I needed you to see firsthand how dangerous a rogue synth can be.
Why do you care what happens on the surface?
Because there are forces on the surface that could pose a threat to us. And only we might diminish that danger by correcting the false
Right.
But enough about that. The task is done. I couldn't have hoped for a better outcome. While you were away, you'll find all the basic necessities, as well as a Go and have a look.
Sir, we've had another situation.
Power demand jumped
a code
another
red.
5%
What?
this year.
This is the third time in 2 weeks. This is unacceptable. How could this happen?
We think there was a system glitch. We're looking into it.
Damn it, you're all useless. I'll figure out what happened. But in the meantime, tell the others to be on high alert. I want more patrols and more rounds.
Right away, sir.
If you see anything even remotely suspicious, report it immediately. This absolutely cannot happen again. Got it?
Yes, sir. Understood.
Synths aren't human beings, but supposedly they're the future of humanity. I'll never understand it.
Hey, Doc.
You know what happens when people get robots? Real people.
People have no trouble getting...
A few. I can see. In any case, perhaps a...
Always be vigilant. We have many enemies.
Your new quarters are here, ma'am. When you're finished here, ma'am, Father wants to see you.
Huh?
I hope all your needs are being seen to. Let me know if they're not.
Sean?
Ah, hello, Mother. Tell me, what would you do when someone has stolen from you?
After everything I've been through to find you, I think you already know.
I'm sorry, Mother. Of course, you're right. The group that calls themselves the Railroad have acquired several synths from the Institute. Synths that had gone missing in recent months. And they no doubt mean to free these synths, in their delusion that synths are somehow... sentient.
Des has something urgent. Deacon's record is the best.
Hey there.
Neil is transmitting loads of information. I already lined up.